welcome to this short practice to prep yourself for a good night's sleep. These are 3 of my favorite shapes and a few of my favorite movements that really help me to calm and relax the nervous system, stretch out the body, and just get me feeling really nice and relaxed to get a good night's sleep. So you will please need either 1 or 2 yoga blocks, a yoga strap that can be put into a loop. If you do not have that, you could also have your mat at the wall, and then a yoga bolster or a big cushion. So you'll bring yourself to lie down on your back. You can have your block or blocks nearby. You might want 1, you might want 2. It'll be for supported bridge pose. But before we move into that, once you're lying down, just gently bring both the knees to the chest. Take a little tuck of the chin. And just feel the back body start to settle onto the mat. And the eyes can be open or closed, but if they're open, just try and find one spot to focus on. And if they're closed, try not to let the mind drift off. Just take a moment to be present and asking yourself, how are you feeling? Maybe if the mind is super busy for a moment, you want to just run through your day quickly. And just taking a moment to acknowledge everything you moved through today to get to where you are now, this evening. All the interactions, all the output. And now it's time for input. So we choose to just put everything down. You've done enough for one day. And it's time for rest. All right, let's place the feet down on the mat. We'll take a supported bridge pose. You can either have the block on its lowest setting, its second setting, or its tallest setting, but I suggest for an evening practice like this, the highest I would go would be to double 2 blocks on their lowest setting. This just feels really nice and supportive under the lower back. So it's going to go across your mat so that both those little SI joints, those little dimples of the lower back are supported. I'm going to leave my arms next to the sides of my body, rolling my thumbs out. My neck is straight and in neutral, a little tuck of the chin. I'm going to leave my knees bent instead of extending. So I'm not trying to take myself to the extreme. But if that would feel good for you to stretch out the body, you could take the arms back behind you, and you could extend the legs out in front of you. I'm going to do about 2.5 minutes here on the block. So if it becomes too much on the tallest setting, you could also move down to a lower setting. And if it doesn't feel like it's serving you at all, you can come all the way down and just rest the pelvis on the mat. Maybe take constructive relaxation with inner knees touching. Otherwise, just starting to slow down. Focus on a few deep breaths out. And starting to tone the nervous system, moving into rest and digest state. And so allow these pauses, these moments where I'm not talking, no one's talking, and you're just in the shape to really be these pockets of time where you can simply just be. There's no need to think or problem solve or analyze. You're now moving into your resting state, your sleeping time. It's all about nourishment and gratitude and release. Beautiful. We're going to come off our block. So you can press firmly into your feet, lift the hips, move your blocks to the side. You can slowly roll down from top to bottom. And then as we started, bringing the knees into chest, you'll give yourself a gentle little squeeze, lengthening lower back. And take a few moments here. All right, feet can come down onto the ground. We're going to move into what we call a neural release in our strap. So you're going to want your strap to be in a nice big circle. So if possible, you're going to have the tail end of your strap on the outside of the circle. So if that's my strap, I've got the tail end on the outside facing me. And that is the part that I'm going to take down to hook around the feet. I don't have the buckle on the feet. The buckle is on the outside and the strap is moving down towards me, the tail end of the strap. From here, I'm going to hook the strap behind my head. It's going to go underneath the back of my ears. So I don't like it on the ears. Some people don't mind it on the ears. You can see how that feels. And it's like a viparita karani variation in the strap. Really beautiful to activate parasympathetic nervous system. So I'm going to make mine a little bit shorter, making sure that I am opening the back of the skull, lifting the occipital ridge away from the shoulders. But my body is really comfortable. My legs aren't pulling my head forward. I'm also not too short that I'm jackknifing or lifting the lower back off the floor. Lower back is grounded. And then same as I did in my bridge pose for today, I'm just going to take my arms out to the side, thumbs rolling out. Try get the feet nice and comfortable. The strap is around the balls of the feet, so the heels are gently lifting upwards. Take a few moments to get comfortable. And again, we're going to stay here for about 2.5 minutes. If it becomes too much at any time, of course, feel free to come out. And the variation or the alternative for this is to move your mat against a wall, lie on your back, and have your legs up the wall. Let this pose soothe you. Let it be soothing for the brain, for the mind, for the heart, for the soul, for the body, for the nervous system. Again, you've done enough for today. Let it go. Be here now. In all those moments in your day when perhaps you just felt like, I wish I could just have a moment, this is your moment. You've created it. You've manifested it. You are here. It is real. So be in this moment of receiving, of resting. Beautiful. So to come out of this, I'd like for you to hold the strap quite close to the head. Pull down so that you can take the strap off the head gently. And again, as we started, bend the knees, place your strap to the side, gently hug the thighs into chest. All right, so we're going to rock up to sit just to prepare for our next shape. You're going to place your bolster, your cushion down the long way of your mat. Turn onto your left hip and take both knees over to the left. You're going to pull your bolster into that left hip. And I want you to make sure that your feet are really comfortable here. You're going to twist down, so you've got your whole torso on your prop. Palms facing upwards. You're going to look over to your right in the direction of your knees. Make sure that the whole body is supported by the prop and that the buttocks and the hips are grounded onto the floor. And once you're down and comfortable, you'll simply close your eyes. Full rest, full surrender. Alright, so from here, I'm going to slowly come up to sit. Roll the knees up to your right, and as you do, cross right leg in front of left. Gently bring the arms behind you, and not too much of a stretch here, just a gentle opening of the chest. And then slowly creep the arms forward, fold down over the legs, and take 3 breaths. Beautiful. Coming up, continue over to your right, so we'll switch sides. Knees over to the right, you're on your right hip, bringing that bolster in. Roll down the body onto the bolster, palms up, and then you're going to look over to your left, stack your feet so that they're comfortable. Really just let the whole body fully surrender to gravity as you close your eyes. And watch the monkey mind. This is not a time for thinking or problem solving. Let it all go. Just be here. Bring yourself back over and over again. but slowly, slowly press yourself up. No rushing, no flinging the body around. Move into your seat with your left leg in front. Again, take a last little interlace of the hands, open the chest. And then a final forward fold here over the legs. Soften the head down. And take 3 deep breaths. Slowly you can come up. You can either stay in a cross-legged seat or come into Vajrasana to close this practice. Knees together, big toes to touch, hands to heart. Closing the eyes. Slowing the breath. Taking a moment to thank yourself and for putting in this time, knowing that this practice will serve you. It will change and shift the way in which you will rest this evening, which will change and shift the way in which you will wake tomorrow morning. And so present self, really looking out for future self. And also having gratitude for everything you've walked through to reach this point. And now that you feel a little more relaxed, the body has been told it can relax. The mind needs to kind of get in line with that now. So telling the mind that it's okay to slow down. Tomorrow is a new day. And for now, it is time to receive and to rest. And take a full breath in. Hold the breath. As you hold the breath, soften the body. As if you're holding the experience of this day and you're just softening around it, knowing that you will take in what you need to take in. But then also when you feel ready to exhale, a big breath out through the mouth. As you release that which you do not need to carry onwards and forward with you from this day. A little bow of the head down, just sealing in your practice with yourself. And when you're ready, opening the eyes, raising the gaze. Thank you so much for joining. Remembering that our practice is not just this time on our mat. Our practice is our life. Our life is our practice. The way we move on our mat is also the way that we move through our life. And the way we move through our life is the way we will show up on our mat. They are interchangeable because it is us in each scenario. So keeping that in mind, taking this energy with you now into the rest of your evening. I highly suggest after this practice, if a lot came up for you, to maybe journal. You can set a timer for 5 minutes. Just kind of get that out of your mind, out of your head. And then even maybe bringing in noble silence for the rest of your evening. So no phones, no screens, no conversations. Perhaps just allowing yourself just a little bit of time with you and a little bit of stillness. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed this short practice, head over to the Align Living website, links below, where you can enjoy full 75 to 90 minute practices of restoring and healing and resting, but also practices that bring in energizing, morning flows, strengthening practices, etc. So thank you so much for joining. Much love from me to you. Please leave a comment below. Let me know how you found this session. Subscribe to the channel for more and share this with anyone you feel would benefit. See you soon.